welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be throwing in some new gaskets on my leaf blower. We're going to do every gasket except the exhaust gasket because I'm going to get a new muffler and then we'll just change it then. But let's get right into it. So we're going to change the ones like the carburetor, the crankcase thing, and I'll get to it. Also, we're not going to replace the crank seals because I don't feel like spending 5 hours tearing this whole thing down and putting it all back together. So let's just get to it. Alright, so the first gasket we're going to do is going to be the seal behind this cover for the crankcase. But I'll just open the gaskets up really quick to show you guys the ones I got for this pull-on leaf blower. These are like 40 bucks, so I'm pretty sure they're the right ones, but not like 100% sure. Anyway, this is what it says, so this is what it fits, like the different models and stuff. So, oh, and here's the model number of the leaf blower on this little sticker. It's made in 2009, as you can see, like right there. Anyway, let's get an Allen wrench and we'll loosen up those screws. On my model of pull-on leaf blower, it's a number 4 Allen, and there's 3 screws. So one here and 2 at the top. So let's get these at the top loosened first. Maybe if it's that wrench kind of sucks. I gotta fix it or something because it's annoying. And I think it's actually a bigger Allen. Yeah, it is. Let's try the number 5 instead. Okay, it was. Never mind, it was the number 4. Sorry. So let me get these out and I'll turn you back on when we're ready to replace the seal. Also, if you're lucky, sometimes you can get away with the Torx if the Allen is like being tricky. So there we go. Yeah, this works much better. Ooh. Oh no. Alright. So I'm going to finish loosening this little screw here, which is a bit hard to see for you. So here we go. And this cover just pulls right off. You might want to do this when your engine's cold, because you don't want to burn yourself. So anyway, now get your Torx again, and then just loosen these 2 screws here at the side. It's T25, so that's cool. And like I said earlier, we're not going to worry about the exhaust gasket because I'm going to get a new muffler, because this one has a big hole in it, and it's really loud, and it's annoying. The original hole was right there, and this one makes it like, it basically sounds like there's no muffler on it, but it's so loud. Like, it sounds cool, but it's just really annoying to use now because it's so loud. Anyway. Oh, and if you're wondering what this green wire is for, I had to hook it up to the kill switch because one time a piece of string got caught around in the fan over here and like wound up the engine, and the kill switch wasn't working, so I had to take it all apart and then I put this wire on to make it work. Anyway. The screws come out. Oh, and the screws that hold the cover on look like this. They go into plastic, and the screws that hold this thing over here on are going in metal. So the threads are finer for the metal ones, so you don't want to mix these up because they'll mess it up. So now you might want to get a rag handy, like a blue towel. Just put it under here. So I do. This should just pop out like that. And we're going to get the new O-ring that's in this kit. Alright, there it is. Check that out. There we go. Excuse me, let me get a pick. And we're going to pick off the old one from here. So we're just going the edge like this. Just pry it like that. Boom. There we go. Now we're going to wipe it off. So I'll get my towel. Also, I get these on sale, so it's super cheap. I got like a 6-pack or something for like $15 at Canadian Tire. So, alright, little cap is almost clean. We can install a new O-ring. So just make sure you get it on correctly, and make sure that it goes all the way down into its little ridge so that it can seal properly. Because if it's out here, it's not going to seal correctly. And by the way, it doesn't matter what way you put this back on because it's the same. And I will wipe this out just to clean it, and we can check it. We can look inside, and you can see it spin. That's kind of cool. Anyway, so we can put this back on now. There. Make sure you get this guy. And don't tighten. Okay, so do like both screws a little bit at a time, because you don't want to warp this cover, or else your engine's not going to seal correctly and it's not going to run that well. There and there. Okay, now we're going to do the carburetor, and I'm just going to leave the cover off for filming purposes. It makes it easier to see. So this is the new carburetor gasket. I don't think there's one on here actually, but I guess we'll find out when we take it apart. So to do that, just pop the air filter cover off. Take out the air filter. Then we can use our same Torx screwdriver to remove the Allen head screws that hold the air box on, like that. You guys see? Yeah, you can see. And we don't have to worry about disconnecting the fuel lines, because all we have to do is basically wipe everything off, make it all clean, and then put it back together. And I'm just wiping this out right now. Here we go. Now for the carburetor, we can... Oh! I pinched it right... Anyway, whatever. We're going to wipe this off. If you want, you can get an air compressor and blow it off. I don't really want to do that. And we're going to wipe a side cover off to make it look nice. Yeah. Wipe this little thing off here. I'm going to remove this and see what's behind it, because I'm kind of curious. It can't hurt. It's probably some kind of O-ring. And here are the screws that hold it on. It's kind of like a metal screw. Sorry if it... Yeah, there we go. Anyway. You probably don't need to do this, but I just want to, because I'm curious to see what it looks like behind it. And I want to see if our kit came with a seal for it. So I don't know. We'll see. Whoa, weird. It did. Okay, we're going to replace that. But first, look at how small the intake port is. That's tiny. Check that out. Weird. Anyway, I'm going to wipe this off now with my rag. There we go, nice and clean. Wipe up the back of the carburetor. I'm going to wipe this, I guess, manifold off. So just like that. There. It's plastic, so that's kind of cool. It's dirty. Man. And here's the seal for the old one. So it's like right in there. And here's the new one, it's blue. So we're gonna get our O-ring pick again. Just pick out the old one. Then get it under the thing. Just pry it up like that. Now we're gonna get the new one. And put it in with our fingers, just like kind of press it in. There we go, new one's on. Now we can reinstall that in a minute. And it helps to put the screws back in so you can help line it up. So make sure you remember where it goes. And by the way, the little round thing faces down because there's a port right there for it's basically what helps suck the gas up from the carburetor into the engine. But anyway, and these screws, again, you want to tighten them like incrementally. So don't do one all the way. Do like both a little bit at a time. Like what I'm doing here. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go back over here. And back over here for the last little bit. There. Okay, now we can reinstall the carburetor with its new gasket. Just throw it away. Something is messed up here. Let me figure this out. It was just the linkage that was messed up. Now it's all good. So we're gonna get the screws for the air box, and we're gonna basically line everything up like this, including the gasket. So here's what it looks like that. We're gonna put it through here. Then get the new gasket on. Make sure the hole here, the small one, faces like that way. Then basically push everything together. And then after we get all this assembled, we'll go outside and start it up. I'll show you guys how loud it is. You can get your torque screwdriver, tighten everything back up. It's going to be much better. And there's even instructions that come with the kit, but I forgot to mention. So let's see. Basically just shows about the muffler, that's it. So now I'm going to squeeze out the air filter in my rag here, like that, a little bit. If you want, you can wash it in soap and water. That helps. Now we're going to reinstall this on there. Oh, and if you didn't already notice, I took the tube off the end of it to make it easier to work on my garage. So there we go. Now let's get the side cover back on. Make sure everything works good. So this works. And let's check the spark plug out while we're doing this. Grab my socket. It's a 3/4 inch socket. Let's see how this thing's running. If it's rich or lean or something. Looks good. Check that out. Sweet. And here's the spark plug it takes. RCJ6Y. So let's tighten it. Now would also be a good time to do a compression check, but I know it's already good. And you can feel it like this too. You can hear it kind of fighting back. And I forgot, I gotta fix this. So I'll turn it back on when we're ready to fire it up. All right, let's see if it starts. It also might take a few pulls because we changed the gaskets around and it hasn't been started in a couple of days. So we'll prime it here. Choke. There we go. That's basically replacing all the gaskets on a leaf blower. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend.